So you want to fall pregnant quicker and you want to do something that makes you feel amazing in the process too. Could yoga be for you? But how do you know if you're doing it the best way to increase your chances of falling pregnant? I was blessed to be able to interview Lynley Middlemiss from Topknot Yoga, who has developed her own fertility series in yoga, which was inspired by her own fertility journey. After suffering 3 recurrent miscarriages, she went to the yoga mat and she found solace there. So I can't wait to share all of the things with you. In this video, you're going to learn what are the benefits of yoga when you're trying to conceive. We're also going to go through the yoga poses to avoid when you're trying to fall pregnant. And if you stick around to the end, Lynley is going to demonstrate the poses for yoga that will increase your chances of falling pregnant and boost your fertility. Hi, my name's Jennifer Robertson and I'm a fertility coach and a writer. I also am a fellow fertility warrior, having spent 7 years trying to conceive. I'm also a huge fan of yoga. I do it every single morning, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes, because if I start my day with yoga, then that is how I finish my day as well, completely relaxed and in control. Before we dive in though, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss anything, and tick the little bell so that you get notified of all of the videos as they come up. What are the benefits that yoga has when you're trying to conceive? What does it do in terms of mind and body?
So one of the biggest benefits, and one of the benefits that is scientifically proven, because a lot of yoga isn't scientific, but is stress reduction, obviously. One of the studies that I read from Alan Morgan, he's the director of Shaw Institute Reproductive Medicine in the States, and he believes that hormones like cortisol and epinephrine, or adrenaline, essentially, they play a key role in fertility issues, because obviously these hormones rise through chronic stress and they can remain high. And it enhances the proteins that we then have in our uterine lining, so which is essentially important through implantation. So by reducing all of these hormones and keeping the blood flow to the uterus and keeping our stress levels low, or as low as what they can be, it will naturally aid in conception.
All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Can we do a few poses that are really good for boosting fertility? And also, in the same breath, can you go through some exercises that we should avoid?
Ones that you definitely should avoid is avoid any deep twisting. So keep your twists really shallow. So I do always still do twists in my classes, because I think I enjoy doing twists, but I keep them really shallow. So, you've got your legs up, you just drop them over to one side. Mm-hmm. But what we don't want to do is get really draw the belly button in and turn the spine around. We're not trying to do any of that at any point of trying for fertility. And also, if and when you do get pregnant, avoid it completely. Just avoid twisting completely. And we want to avoid anything too strong through fertility. So we want to avoid really intense chaturangas, anything that, any crunches into the abdomen, anything like that is just putting too much pressure on the body. We just want to just kind of reduce it all back. The main thing is keeping the abdomen really open. Yeah.
So in terms of those poses that we should be doing.
Yeah. So I'm just going to removing my slippers. How terrible is that? Just sit here in my slippers. Right, I'm going to move you down. Is having your feet together. So we've got our soles of our feet together like this. And we just lay back and bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the womb area or the belly, and just allow the hips to open. And so the longer that you are here, the more your hips begin to relax. And so from here you breathe, and this is where you breathe. So you just feel the breath in the body. You feel the belly expand, you feel the chest rise, and naturally your hips begin to open because your knees are falling out. The weight of your legs are just helping your hips open. So initially it might feel quite uncomfortable, but you just breathe and they do relax, I promise. My hips used to be super tight. So this is a really lovely one. And then you just gently come out of that. Let me grab my book because, sorry. Another really nice one is bridge. So bridge pose is where we walk our feet all the way up. So we try and get our feet as close to our glutes as possible. And then we roll the tailbone and curl all the way up. So we just open, again, we're opening through the pelvis. So all of these poses keep us really open into the pelvis. And this one's a nice one because it opens the chest as well. And then we roll down. And you can just do that a few times. So you don't even need to really do a class for this. You could just take these exercises and do them yourself. And then puppy pose is a really nice one to open your chest. So we keep our hips and above our knees. So we're not coming into a child's pose. We're keeping our bum up and walk our hands forward and drop the chest. So this one gets quite into the heart. And you just breathe here, and the spine opens the shoulders. And then gently walking back up. And then another really nice one for your hips that I quite like, which is quite a restorative one, is lying on your tummy and then bringing your right knee up towards your right elbow. And it just helps open through the hip again. So again, everything that we do is about hip opening. And then bringing it back and then coming to the other side. So we do lots of open hips. So warrior 2 is another really good one when we're standing. So I'll show you that one as well. So we've got our right foot points forward and our left foot's parallel to the mat, and we bend this knee. So you want this knee to be pushing out towards your little toe. We're open in the pelvis, and then our arms are nice and strong. So these ones, they keep all of our pelvis and our womb area nice and open. So they are some of my favorite ones.
I hope that was really helpful. Thank you so much to Lynley. Lynley also has a 6-part video series especially for fertility. So if you want more information on that, just go into the show notes. And if you'd like to watch the whole interview with Lynley, feel free to pop over into my free Facebook community, Your Fertility Haven. And it is also a safe space that you can learn, laugh, and feel a little bit less like you are in this journey alone. You can also check out my blog on my website, www.yourfertilityhaven, which has a whole lot more information, tips, and a little bit of humor as well. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button below and click the little bell so that you're notified every time a new video comes up. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget, you are so much more than your fertility journey.